It's funny. Yeah, I've got something coming through about fitness and the spirit of vanity and obsession and mindset, and I guess it could be fueled by this festive Christmas season. However, we've flowed through the last week of December. It means very different things to many people, and some of us overeat, and there is a big pressure on people to be performing to a certain standard and to be spending money and getting themselves in debt, and it's really, really quite a difficult time for people if we look at the other side of the gift giving and the love, which is also beautiful to share. But I think the fitness thing came up because obviously we're moving into January, and that is that month which one is the longest month for people in the working world, where you're paid in December and you wait 5 weeks in January, and then it's Blue Monday and everybody starts the gym and wants to sign up for a gym membership and get that tight arse and go for it and just da. We're still in hibernation. I think it's obviously really, really good to keep fit and to be mindful and to be consistent in our practices however we flow. Consistency will look different on everybody because of, I don't know, energies, feminine, masculine, male, female, cyclical, biological functions. That will affect how active we can be. I know, on day one of my moon time, I ain't doing shit. I'm not even necessarily walking like it's heavy. I want to be like this. And so for me, having come back to this place of wanting to root myself in my feminine body, my biological functions, and that where I can find sort of peace and power and work in harmony with what is in my physical structure, is I trust that we're not overdoing it at the gym in January, or we're not overdoing our fitness, or we're not becoming obsessed. And because again, I also said it's obviously beautiful to keep healthy and focused. We get a clear mind, and the endorphins that and the hormones that are released when we do all kinds of physical exercise, even just simple walking and stretching at home. For me, going to the actual physical gym, the gym structure itself is just it's not something that has ever resonated with me. I find it a really difficult place to focus. Could be the music, could be the energies, but I know that I have to do my fitness elsewhere and differently, and that's the beauty of diversity and difference, because one less space in the gym, i.e. me, means another space for someone else. It's just intention. But with the spirit of vanity looming and money in excess and wanting to look good, and this whole new trend of having tight, pert arses, and I like a jiggle. I don't know. I mean, I've just never been obsessed with wanting to get the fittest, tonest body. I think naturally, when we look after ourselves as much as possible, and coming from a place where I didn't always know how to do that and had excess sugar and have tried to cut out white sugar and certain things in my diet over the past few years, and seeing dramatic transformations, not only externally, aesthetically, but internally. I think it's just important that we don't let the spirit of vanity and obsession take over, because that's coming from a place of unsettled mind, and when our mind is not right, all of these things can get warped, and body dysmorphia and various other things can take over, and we forget the real reason why we were doing something, and it becomes a push, striving for more, be better, do better. And self-development, self-improvement's a beautiful thing, but not at the cost of resting our body and resting our mind, and not spending all the time, and not giving out, or not seeking advice or instruction from someone else consistently, because we've got more than enough tools to do that solo. And sometimes that is how we trigger the self-motivation and come back to truly believing that we can do it without someone else. Again, it's beautiful to do it in community. Groups are running groups, lots of swim dem crew, like loads of people that have been doing things across the world in groups for ages as part of the community. But also it's a balance. It's lovely to do things solo sometimes. So as always, a little bit of a mishmash, but I just I'm seeing sort of, you know, offers and things for gyms, and it's really important that we maintain a balance and we don't just become obsessed with the aesthetic, and that our bodies are beautiful and different, and it's lovely to be comfortable in our own skin and not to look at her arse, or, and I'm saying her and female stuff because I'm a woman, but just to not compare our bodies, as long as we're doing the spiritual work, which also releases body weight from muscle memory and deep trauma that we can go through. And I know that's how my body, face and mind has shifted over the past couple of years. It's not only the 3D physical changes I've made, but it's also the spiritual work. The deeper we go into ourselves and our blood and DNA and connect with solar flares that are coming in and downloads, if we believe this. I'm not here to preach an agenda, I just know what's worked for me and what I've tapped into, why I was told to leave the country in March to get sunshine, to get the activations of codes that were coming out consistently, but like specifically me, I was told to leave the country in March to go to a sunny place, and it was a big activator for me. So please let's listen to our own guidance and to not be pushed into any needing to start the new year fresh, New Year's resolutions, let's go. I mean, it's great to be motivated, but it's still dark, and spring's really when we can emerge, and we've been through a lot collectively over the past, well, I just want to say past few days. I mean, October itself was whack, so let alone 2020, 2021, 2022, which, to be honest, they have been the 3 best years of my life, the most challenging, but especially this year, it's still been the best year of my life. Like, give thanks, because the magic is found in the darkness. Learning our darkness is important, and once we do that, any obsessions with like how we look, or needing to be fit, or do all the time, they dissipate, because we become one with our physical body, mind and soul, and so we listen to ourselves when we're tired. You know, we don't need to be writing to-do lists all the time, or to be doing. If we want to do, if it's available to us to sit on our arse for a day because we need it, enjoy it, full joy it. Yeah, everyone's beautiful. The soul always speaks through. The more you do this spiritual work, in the end, the physical being itself is just, it's not what we see, or not what we, it's nice to be attracted to somebody, but it tends to come from soul stuff right now. That's where the spice is on deep past life connections for me. But yeah, it's a physical vessel, and you know, I trust that we reach a ripe old age, you know, centurion, that's the mission for me. But we reach a ripe old age and think, yeah, I wasn't in the gym 5 days of the week, all day, every day, wanting to go hard, or I wasn't doing this 6 times a week. Go with the flow. We've all got an individual rhythm according to our, what do they call it in Ayurveda? I forgot. Vata Kappa Pitta, but the constitution. We've all got a different constitution. We've all got different elemental imbalances. You know, again, smoking, that's a fire element. If we're not balancing that out with water, or touching the grass, or eating greens, earth, we've got an elemental imbalance, and so negative negative stuff can come from that. It's a very powerful time right now, and grounding, get the good, like ask your loving ancestors to come forth with the knowledge, to share the wisdom, the protection, the spiritual upgrades, the downloads, whatever, all these just words for. Go in, let this be a time of hibernation, Care Bear time, and listen to music, go deep, find the soulful sister connections. For me, I'm back on sister time, and I'm even though, I have needed to be in strong masculine energy because doing things on my own, and you've got to have those certain qualities to keep structure. But flowing with sisters brings back that, well, some might say airy fairy, but fairies are fierce as well. So yeah, balance the energies out. Full joy, life and love. Don't always hold ourselves to the highest of standards. Like, we can slip, we cannot go to the gym for a day. Like, please be gentle. There's a lot of pressure around at the minute and coming, and just please, like, go slow, prioritize, check the budget, get home making things, full joy, get creative, and just simplify.